Hey guys, Eustace here. Today we're gonna talk about New York City. Gosh dang it, New York communist hellscape over there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I guess there was an attempted terror attack on on Zoran Mamdani. Not really, not really. That's just what they'll have you believe. Really interesting narrative coming out of this. I guess some two young men. I think one was 18, one was 19. I think something like that. Had some homemade bombs, and they tried to throw them at a group of protesters, and they didn't go off. Thank goodness, because that would have been awful. I made a post on X when it happened. I said, I'm glad that the attempted attack was the headline and not the headline of 20 people massacred or something. That would be awful. So I've seen quite a few VTubers and reactionists and stuff like that talking about praise God that the bomb didn't explode and all that stuff. I just think these guys are idiots, and their online ISIS training wasn't very effective. Oh well. Anyway, oopsie poopsies. Let's see what's going on ABC. I'm sure it's gonna be really good.
We're going to begin with the explosives thrown after protesters confronted an anti-Muslim rally near Gracie Mansion. That attack being investigated as an ISIS-inspired terrorism act. One of the men claiming to investigators that he hoped to carry out an attack bigger than the Boston Marathon bombing. One of the suspects made a hand gesture that shows support for ISIS as he was walked out of a police precinct this morning.
Oh, did I miss it? There it is. Yeah, so he's doing the ISIS salute there. Really interesting.
As we learn more about the devices today, the police commissioner says that they had exploded. Had they exploded, they would have caused serious injury and even death.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Lower Manhattan, where federal officials and the NYPD gave an update this afternoon. NJ.
So what's really interesting about this whole thing is when the news broke, they weren't calling them bombs or explosive devices or anything like that. They were calling them smoking devices or suspicious devices, and that they were thrown in front of Gracie Mansion, which is Zoram's crib or whatever. And so the initial narrative was that Jake Lang and his group of anti-Muslim activists were the ones that planted the bombs. And thankfully, we're a few days out now that they've cleared all that up. And they weren't just suspicious smoking devices. They were actually bombs. I think they were described as pipe bombs in a couple of these articles. But yeah, these two morons made bombs. Oh wait, it was 3 bombs now I think about it. They, I think they threw 2 of them. Yeah, they threw 2 of them. They didn't go off. And then they found a 3rd one later.
And right, Dave, the commissioner today made 2 very important points. She says the mayor and his wife were not targets. They were not home, according to the mayor, at Gracie Mansion when the protest took place. And another very important point, the commissioner says that this attempted bombing had nothing to do with the war in Iran. She says the attempted targets were far-right anti-Muslim protesters who staged the demonstration.
And just remember that part there about Zoran Mamdani not even being there and denying the allegations that it was an attack on him, because it'll come up later. Editing Eustace here. Of course I'm watching this back and doing a couple edits on it, and this guy is so weird looking. Why does he look so weird? I'm not trying to do a personal attack on this guy, but why does he just looks weird? I don't know, maybe he's like a skin person, a lizard person or something. I don't know. Let's see what Fox has to say.
Republican of New York, probably has his vote too. He's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and House Financial Services Committee. Good to have you in today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start here. These 2 young men are accused of openly saying, at least one of them, that they aligned with ISIS. I mean, these are young people who appear to be living relatively comfortable lives here, traveling overseas, potentially being radicalized. What is attracting young people to this ideology?
Well, it's certainly disturbing. We see here in America, a lot of young people associating with extreme ideology politically. We see it in our college campuses. Mahmoud Khalil, who you just referenced there, was helping lead these protests at Columbia University. And it's not just, in this case, radical Islam. It is a hatred of American values. It is a hatred of Western democracy, of capitalism. It is the oppressed versus the oppressor ideology that we're seeing pick up. And when you see people like Zohran Mamdani,
I think the sad thing here for me is that these two young men, in my opinion, were completely brainwashed into wanting to carry out an attack like this. The parents, I think, were naturalized citizens, so they were legal citizens in quotations because they were naturalized. But the ideology that has come into the United States in the last few years, and you've got these entire families that are not assimilating and still have these extremist views, and they're pressured or persuaded or even rewarded for having these thoughts and feelings and wanting to do these extremist things. And I just, the whole thing's wild to me. And this guy on the screen right here, this guy right here, so he was actually there, he's protesting against the right-wing Islamist, the anti-Muslim people. This guy was the on the same side as the bomb thrower, essentially, and he would have been a collateral damage too. And that's the crazy thing. All these people, all these left-wing crazy Antifa nut jobs that are out here would have been just more bodies laying around. And then they, you know what? And maybe it's even better that the bomb didn't go off and kill all these people, because then they would have called it a right-wing attack. It would have been a MAGA extremist that sets off a bomb that kills Antifa people or some nonsense. I don't know.
Avowed socialist becoming mayor of the largest city in America.
Look at this guy. He has no idea that he almost died. I think he posted on X later, basically calling himself an idiot because he didn't think about what was going on. But yeah, this moron right here.
Speaks to this ideological hold that is certainly taking over our young people. And I think, the mayor's response to this, frankly, is pathetic. He couldn't even muster the courage to call out radical Islam. He was quick to condemn white nationalism, but really could not muster the strength to call out radical Islam. In fact, it was the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, who made it very clear what this was. This was an ISIS-fueled terror attack that really could have been very deadly, and they made it clear they were trying to go beyond what happened at the Boston Marathon just over a decade ago.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So this is how the media was spinning it when it first came out. CNN, oh lovely CNN, they said two Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day. Just enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. However, in less than an hour, their lives would be drastically changed, as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside Zohran Mamdani's home. Oh my gosh. It's in less than an hour, their whole lives changed. It could have been just a normal day enjoying the weather. CNN, you guys suck. Anyway, let's see. Here's some footage from outside. So here's the pop out. This is a different view here. I'm so glad they're able to jump on this guy. But so the first bomb that he threw over the protester guy didn't go off. And then in this scene right here, he lit another one and threw it at these officers. Oh, where'd it go? Just look how calm they are too. Like they're lighting bombs in broad daylight. So right here, he threw the bomb at these officers before he jumped over the railing, and it didn't go off either. It's absolutely crazy to me. I cannot believe these people exist. Ah, jeez. Well, again, like I said, maybe 10 times, I'll say it 100 times. I'm so glad that the article and the news was an attempted terrorist attack and not, hey, 20 people died. We dodged a bomb here, guys. And then here's more information on that post that CNN made. So this is the one that I just read, and CNN actually deleted this, and then they put out an apology. And it's so hard to find these posts when they get deleted. So for me, it's easier to find them in videos. So I'm sorry, Sky News Australia. I'm sorry. I actually really like Sky News Australia. This is the wildest thing. Before Donald Trump came into office, I actually got more news from Sky News Australia than I did from domestic news in the United States. I don't know why, but for, I don't know, probably a 6-month period, I was getting United States news faster through Australia. So I really like Sky News. Anyway, so CNN then posted this on X. They said a post regarding the 2 individuals arrested for throwing homemade bombs outside of New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani's home failed to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards we require for all reporting. It has therefore been deleted. Oh, well, as long as that was the only thing that happened, I could see it, but yeah. So as long as nothing else happens, CNN, I guess you're off the hook. Oh.
Republicans say Muslims don't belong here after an attempted terror attack against New York's Mayor Zoran Mamdani, and the House Speaker Mike Johnson says nothing really to condemn those comments. Another special guest is going to be with.
Abby Phillip, you're so stupid. Oh man. So there was a lot of backlash on what Abby Phillip said here, and there were calls for her termination, so she had to apologize too. Oh, Abby. She says, I want to correct something I said last night. I'm so sad. The bombs thrown in New York City over the weekend by ISIS-inspired attackers was thrown into a crowd of anti-Muslim protesters and not specifically targeted Mayor Mamdani. That wording was inaccurate, and I didn't catch it ahead of time. I apologize for the error. Aww. Abby, can we please get her off the air? No one likes her. She's insufferable. I can't stand her. What's the guy's name? Jennings? That guy's amazing. We gotta find him. What's his name? Jennings. CNN Jennings. What's his name? Scott Jennings. Give Scott Jennings his own show. I don't understand why he doesn't have his own show. Anyway. What else is going on? Surely nothing else is going on. No more terrorist attack, right? Let's see. So some of these are the wrong ones. So this is the one we're actually looking for. So this is one from March 7th. It was a flight from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale.
Everybody heads down. Stand up.
Wow. You know what's funny though is there's already a spin on this too. Al Jazeera English says, a passenger on a Southwest airline flight was removed after their call to prayer was mistaken for a bomb threat. Oh no. And then here's another one. So this was the next day. This was March 8th. So the Kansas City International Airport is being evacuated with initial reports citing a credible bomb. Oh gosh. I can't imagine what all this has in common. That's so weird. So anyway, so here's the Jake Lang guy I was talking about earlier. And what I think's interesting about this or note about this is a couple days ago there was some posts online about how he was grooming an underage girl. So I think the text said that she was 15 and a half, something like that. He is claiming basically that he was approached by someone that was trying to catfish him, and he immediately shut the conversation down. I don't have the facts. I just thought it was notable that this attack on him and the bomb attack happened at roughly the same time. Ugh, gosh, these people make me sick. Ugh. Anyway, so what's going on Blue Sky? This is like a recurring theme now. It's fun. So what does Blue Sky say about the New York City bombing? And here I'll refresh it. We'll make a fresh one here, okay? New York City bomb. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, still the top one. A bomb thrown outside of a Gracie mansion unearths grim reality. New York City mayor. It was not against him. He was not there. Let's see. Bomb threat near Gracie mansion. Bomb threat near Gracie mansion in New York City today. Oh my gosh. Assassination attempt against New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani. Donald Trump and his evil regime have brought ISIS back to America. Oh my gosh. Yeah, bomb squad, investigation. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this one. I don't know what they said before that. But they're talking about protecting Mayor Mamdani at all costs. This is why. It's reported that Jake Lang and his Nazi asshats left a bomb, shit you not, at Gracie Mansion. No, they didn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the response to these guys lighting bombs was that the Nazis, the Epstein class, Israel, and the United States use violence every day. Okay, cool. Look at this conspiracy post here. Now that you're flailing and the entire U.S. public hates you, you will A, dirty bomb New York City, B, dirty bomb D.C., A, dirty bomb L.A., or D, dirty bomb Mar-a-Lago. Like, no, nobody does this. Nobody thinks this. You guys are absolutely crazy. The imminent threat is people demanding the Piggy files, assuming they mean the Epstein files. He'll rather drop a nuclear bomb in New York City than allow us to see his perversion. I feel like if Donald Trump was really that implicated by the Epstein files, like Biden would have released it. I don't think there's a whole lot in there. It's a bunch of hearsay and unverified statements. Let's see, what else in here? Wow, I guess that's it. So not only are the top ones calling this an attack on Mamdani and an attempted assassination attempt, the next one down are just talking about how awful Trump is and how racist the United States is. And you don't have to go down that far because suddenly I'm at posts 16 days ago, 14 days ago, 25 days ago, 26 days ago, a month ago. So Blue Sky isn't even talking about this. No one legitimately wants to talk about the bombing in New York City. That's just crazy to me. Can we just shut Blue Sky down? What a dumb. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh yeah. So the FBI warns Iran-inspired attack on California drones. Oh my gosh.
Warning to law enforcement in California from the FBI that Iran could retaliate against U.S. strikes by launching drones at the West Coast. This is coming from ABC News reporting. National correspondent Matt Finn joining us live from our L.A. bureau. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Martha, so there is this ABC report that the FBI has warned police departments here in California that Iran could launch a drone attack somewhere on the West Coast, possibly targeting California. This drone attack could, potentially come from an unidentified vessel. Well, I've talked to some LAPD sources who say so far LAPD has not been made aware of any credible drone threats here in Los Angeles. One LAPD source tells Fox News that there has not been any change in the department's posture in relation to any possible drone threat. The FBI is not commenting on the report about a possible drone threat either. Now, Fox News inquired with Governor Newsom's office, who did give us this statement that reads, the Governor's Office of Emergency Services is actively working with state, local, and federal security officials to protect our communities. Now, LAPD sources say that the federal government's warning to local agencies here about the possibility of an Iranian drone threat could have been under that general umbrella of death to America. And
so there's not really much of a credible source. My take on this is I almost feel like the narrative on the war isn't really working in favor to the people on the left. And I almost wonder if this is a completely constructive narrative to make the people in California want to feel a certain way about the war, or feel like they're being targeted because of Donald Trump. Like, if I'm Iran, why would I target California of all places? That just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. But I think that's all I had today. Let's see, do I have anything else to click on? I had a couple things open. Mizuki. Oh. Who made this? How'd this get here?